I'm Em. It's been a minute since I've made a video. I had a baby. It's been over a year now. He's a year old. He's doing really great. I'm really loving being a mom. I kind of took a step back from making videos just to focus on him and my work and everything. But today's video is about Juvia's Place. I thought it would be a really good brand to review, a good brand to like get a few products and kind of get an idea of how they are as a company. So let's get started. So let's talk about the brand for a minute there. They are affordable. They're fairly accessible considering they are at Ulta, and they also have their own website. They have pretty recognizable packaging with really cool African theme with like these gorgeous ladies on the package. Like, let me show you one of these. Like, how cool is that? I love the art. I love it. They're also really good about being pretty inclusive to all skin tones, which you don't see a whole lot in the drugstore realm. And on their website, they say our rich, vibrant, highly pigmented colors are part of what makes Juvia's Place unique. We believe in being bright, bold, and proud, which I think pretty well defines them. So the first thing we're gonna look at is the I Am Magic Foundation. I have it in the shade 730 Isla. I'm going with Isla. It's about $20 at Ulta. It has about 4 stars. There aren't any parabens or sulfates, which seems to be a theme throughout the entire brand. One thing I absolutely love about this foundation is the large shade range. I know that's been more of a popular thing the last few years, but the fact that somebody from the drugstore was able to do it is pretty awesome. I really love how opaque the product is. I don't really have to go over it over and over and over just to cover up my hyperpigmentation. It also layers pretty well, surprisingly, considering I do end up with some cakiness, especially on my forehead. That part is pretty bad, but it does layer pretty well over itself. Now, I did mention my forehead. It does have slightly inconsistent coverage, it seems to be, and that might partially be because it dries quickly. I usually end up starting over here, and that tends to be the most opaque part of my face, whereas my forehead's usually last. It could be just me, or it could be that the product dries really fast, but I tend to notice that it doesn't look so good in my drier spots. Another issue that I have, which might not pertain to everyone, is that I don't find the cool tone cool enough. I mean, if you look at my chest, I'm pretty pink, and this foundation is pretty neutral in my opinion. It doesn't really match me. It matched me maybe a little more after I'd been running all summer in the sun and I got a little bit of a tan, but I'm still pretty pink. It doesn't match me at all. I kind of find that I do need a primer with this foundation. It doesn't necessarily cake a whole lot on me, but it for sure, like, I need a pore filler. And once again, it does dry very quickly. You gotta work fast, you gotta know what you're doing, you gotta be in there, you gotta be quick. So do I recommend this foundation? I'm gonna say no. There's too many cons for me to recommend it. I don't love the way it looks on me, so I can't say for sure if it'll look good on anyone else. Next up is the I Am Magic Loose Setting Powder. It is $14 at Ulta with 4.5 stars. I have the shade White Sands, which is their light color. There are no parabens and sulfates as usual for the brand, but there is talc in this product. One of the pros is that it actually works pretty well with the foundation, and it works well with other foundations I've found. It doesn't really cake up or anything. It doesn't emphasize any lines or any other kind of cakiness that the foundation may give you. It's also pretty good about not being really oily after a few hours. And there's really not a whole lot of a need to reapply. One thing I don't really like about it, and it's really the only con I can think of, is that the shade range is a little lackluster compared to the foundation. There's only 3, and one of them's not translucent, which I sometimes feel like I kind of need a translucent. I'm just too pale, I guess. So in all, do I recommend the setting powder? I do. It's a pretty good one. Honestly, for the price, it's pretty good. Oh, I put it over there. Next up, I have the Nubian Loose Highlighter. I know, same packaging. It looks the exact same. But I have the shade Nefertiti. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Oh my goodness, social studies teachers would be hating me right now. But it is $14 at Ulta with about 5 stars. And of course, this one doesn't have any parabens or sulfates, and it actually doesn't have talc either. It just seems, it just looks like glitter, straight up glitter. It's beautiful. One thing I do love about it, it's very glittery and very pretty. I don't know if you guys can see this. Probably not. I'm probably gonna edit it out. Yep, we're gonna have to fix that. It tends to fade away pretty quickly. Just give it a couple hours, it's gone. Which, honestly, there's not a whole lot of other highlighters that don't fade away over time. However, it's just kind of disappointing with how pretty it is. And there really isn't a base to it. It's just straight up glitter pretty much. There's not anything left behind, but it does fade away. People who are going for more of a daily makeup look, they may not like this one because it is very overpowering. It's very glittery. It's gorgeous. It's more of a let's go out for a night on the town kind of highlighter. But as you can see, it's very pretty. You can see that I put a ton on my nose. Whew. But yeah, it's pretty gorge. Would I recommend this one? This one, I'm gonna have to go with a no. If it had a base behind it whenever it did fade away, I'd say yes. But I'm kind of on the fence with this one. Let me know what you guys think if you've tried it. Is the Berries eyeshadow palette. Ooh, that's kind of hard to show you. It's that one I showed in the beginning with the artwork. That's really cool. It is $14 at Ulta with 5 stars. There are no parabens or sulfates, but it does contain talc. There are some pretty gorgeous shades in here, which you can see why I might have been drawn to them. There are 2 mica shades, which beautiful. And then I absolutely love this plum. I can show you in some swatches in a minute. They do settle over time a little bit, but honestly, not that bad. And I'm pretty used to it. I have pretty oily eyelids. One of the cons is there's not really any transition shades I've found. The transition shade I use today is actually from the other palette that I'm going to talk about. And then there's also no highlighter shades. My highlighter is also from that palette. Shades do stain, so you do have to keep that in mind, which is pretty typical of pinks and purples. One of the things that I am concerned about is that on the back it says color 1, color 5 are not intended for use around the immediate eye area. I'm sorry. What is this? What is this? Pretty sure it's an eyeshadow palette. What do you mean I can't use it on my eyes? Like, I get there's a lot of palettes out there with glitter and whatnot. You need to be careful. These are not glitter. I should be able to use these around my eyes. Why can't I? What's in them? I don't know. Maybe if you guys are chemists, let me know. Because it does say pressed pigment. Is that just something that I'm ill-informed on? I'm not sure. Just for that alone, I can't recommend it. Otherwise, I absolutely love the shades, but sorry. Lastly, I have another eyeshadow palette, the Warrior, which I feel like most people have probably tried this one if they've tried any of Juvia's Place eyeshadows, because you look at it, it's gorgeous. I mean, I would show you mine, but one of the shades is broken. Now, this does come to $20 at Ulta, and it has 5 stars. There are no parabens or sulfates. Surprise. But the product does contain talc. They're very versatile, very easy to go from daily to glam, and they also blend really well. My shade that was broken, this is actually, my sister had ordered this, and she contacted customer service. They sent her a new one, so she gave me her broken one because I didn't care. But what I wanted to highlight on is that customer service fixed it immediately, and that is amazing because not all customer services do so. And I do recommend this palette. Hopefully I can show you some swatches. I'm not so good at, filming yet. I'm still very new to it. So overall, how does Juvia's place shape up? They seem to be pretty good, honestly. I like them as a brand. I'm excited to see how they expand more. I love that they're not afraid to go there with brighter and bolder colors, whereas it seems to be that most drugstore companies tend to stay really light and really bland, and I don't know, sometimes we just need a good, cheaper option to show off our eyeshadow or a beautiful lip colors or highlight. So yeah, I'm going to link everything down below. And let me know what you think of the products. Let me know if there's anything you want me to look at in the future. I do hopefully plan on making more videos soon. So just let me know. Thanks for watching.